The Arctic, a realm of snow and ice where the sun barely rises for months on end. Vast glaciers carve through the landscape, their icy fingers reaching towards the sea. The air is crisp and cold, carrying with it the sound of cracking ice and the cries of seabirds. Yet, life persists here, resilient and captivating. From the smallest algae beneath the ice to the mighty polar bear, the Arctic is teeming with unique and wondrous creatures. Each species has adapted to survive in this harsh environment, forming an intricate web of life. The Arctic plays a crucial role in regulating global climate patterns, reflecting sunlight back into space and moderating temperatures. Join me on this journey to the top of the world, where we'll witness the beauty, the challenges, and the importance of this remarkable ecosystem. The polar bear Ursus maritimus is a testament to nature's ingenuity. Its thick, woolly underfur traps a layer of warm air close to its body, while its long, hollow guard hairs are water repellent, keeping the bear dry even after a swim in the icy water. Beneath its fur lies a thick layer of blubber, an insulating blanket that helps conserve heat and provides energy reserves during lean times. This blubber can be up to 4 inches thick, making the polar bear surprisingly buoyant in water. Its large paws, equipped with rough pads and non-retractable claws, provide excellent traction on ice and snow, allowing it to navigate slippery surfaces with ease. Its keen sense of smell allows it to detect prey, primarily seals, from miles away. Its sharp eyesight helps it navigate the vast white landscape and spot prey from afar. This remarkable suite of adaptations makes the polar bear a true master of its domain, perfectly equipped to thrive in a world of ice and snow. The Arctic Ocean, a vast expanse of ice and water, is the polar bear's hunting ground. Their primary prey is the ringed seal, a blubbery mammal that relies on breathing holes in the ice for survival. Polar bears are opportunistic hunters, employing a variety of techniques to catch their prey. They often lie in wait near seal breathing holes, patiently waiting for their prey to surface for air. With lightning-fast reflexes, they snatch the unsuspecting seal from the water, delivering a powerful bite to the head. They are also known to stalk seals, resting on the ice, using their white fur for camouflage against the snow. This reliance on sea ice for hunting makes the polar bear particularly vulnerable to the effects of climate change. While the polar bear is the most iconic predator of the Arctic, it shares this frozen realm with other formidable hunters. The Arctic fox, with its keen sense of smell and incredible hearing, hunts small mammals and birds, often scavenging leftovers from polar bear kills. These resourceful creatures change their fur color with the seasons, blending seamlessly into the snowy landscape to avoid predators and surprise their prey. The snowy owl, another skilled hunter, soars silently over the tundra, using its sharp talons to snatch up lemmings and other small rodents. These majestic birds rely on their acute vision to spot prey from high above, even in the dim light of the Arctic winter. The narwhal, often called the unicorn of the sea, hunts fish and squid beneath the ice. Using echolocation, these mysterious creatures navigate the dark waters and detect prey, showcasing the incredible adaptations of Arctic wildlife. Each of these hunters plays a crucial role in the Arctic ecosystem, maintaining the delicate balance of life in this harsh environment. As we continue to explore the wonders of the Arctic, we gain a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of its inhabitants and the importance of preserving their fragile habitat. Life in the Arctic is a constant struggle for survival, especially for mothers raising their young. Polar bear cubs are born blind and helpless, entirely dependent on their mothers for warmth, nourishment, and protection. After a gestation period of around 8 months, female polar bears give birth to 1 to 3 cubs in snow dens, sheltered from the harsh Arctic elements. Inside these dens, the cubs nurse on their mother's rich milk, gaining weight and strength rapidly. For the first 2 years of their lives, the cubs remain by their mother's side, learning essential survival skills. The mother bear teaches her cubs how to hunt, how to navigate the icy terrain, and how to avoid danger. She fiercely protects her young from predators and rivals, putting her own life on the line to ensure their survival. As the ice melts and the Arctic summer arrives, the mother and cubs emerge from their dens, ready to face the world. The bond between mother and cub is a testament to the resilience of life in the Arctic. The Arctic is warming at an alarming rate, twice as fast as the rest of the planet. This warming trend is having a profound impact on the region's delicate ecosystem, threatening the very survival of iconic species like the polar bear. As temperatures rise, sea ice, the very foundation of the Arctic ecosystem, is melting at an unprecedented rate. For polar bears, this loss of sea ice is catastrophic. It disrupts their hunting patterns, forcing them to travel farther and expend more energy in search of food. With less sea ice available, polar bears are forced to spend more time on land, where they must compete for scarce resources with other predators and face increasing interactions with humans. The shrinking ice also poses a threat to the polar bear's ability to reach traditional denning sites. Pregnant females rely on stable ice platforms to build their dens and give birth to their cubs. As the ice thins and breaks up earlier in the spring, mothers and cubs are forced to swim longer distances, putting them at risk of exhaustion and hypothermia. Climate change is not a distant threat. It is a present reality that demands our immediate attention and action. The plight of the polar bear is a clarion call for action. We must act now to address the root causes of climate change and mitigate its devastating impacts on the Arctic ecosystem. Reducing our reliance on fossil fuels is paramount. We must transition towards cleaner, more sustainable sources of energy such as solar, wind, and geothermal power. Investing in renewable energy technologies, improving energy efficiency, and promoting sustainable transportation systems are crucial steps in the right direction. Protecting and restoring Arctic habitats is equally important. Establishing marine protected areas, reducing pollution from shipping and oil and gas exploration, and promoting responsible tourism practices are essential for safeguarding the Arctic ecosystem. International cooperation is key to addressing this global challenge. The future of the Arctic and the polar bear's place within it hangs in the balance. The choices we make today will determine the fate of this fragile ecosystem and its inhabitants for generations to come. It is a responsibility we all share. We must embrace a future where humans and nature coexist in harmony. A future where the Arctic's icy landscapes continue to inspire wonder and awe, and where the polar bear remains a symbol of resilience and strength. This is not just about saving a species, it's about preserving a way of life, a culture, and an entire ecosystem. Let us rise to the challenge with courage, compassion, and a shared commitment to safeguarding the Arctic for generations to come. Sea ice is not just a frozen expanse, it is a dynamic and vital component of the Arctic ecosystem. It provides a platform for life, supporting a rich diversity of species, from microscopic algae to massive walruses. Algae, the base of the Arctic food web, thrive beneath the ice, utilizing sunlight that penetrates the surface. These microscopic organisms provide sustenance for a plethora of creatures, from tiny crustaceans to fish. Seals, the primary prey of polar bears, rely on sea ice for breeding, molting, and resting. Walruses use sea ice as a platform for hauling out of the water and for giving birth. Polar bears, as we've discussed, depend on sea ice for hunting seals, their primary food source. The loss of sea ice has cascading effects throughout the food chain, impacting not only polar bears, but also countless other species that depend on this frozen habitat for their survival. While the polar bear stands as an iconic symbol of the Arctic, it is just one species among many that called this region home. The Arctic ecosystem is a complex tapestry of life, interwoven with a delicate balance that is being disrupted by climate change. Beneath the ice, a vibrant community of marine life thrives. Narwhals, with their spiral tusks, navigate icy waters alongside beluga whales, known for their haunting calls. Seals in their various forms, from the ringed seal to the massive bearded seal, play a crucial role in the Arctic food web. On land, Arctic foxes scavenge for scraps, while musk oxen graze on the tundra, their thick coats providing insulation against the biting wind. The loss of sea ice, driven by climate change, threatens to unravel this intricate web of life, with consequences that extend far beyond the Arctic Circle. The Arctic may seem like a distant and isolated region, but its fate is inextricably linked to our own. What happens in the Arctic does not stay in the Arctic, it has global repercussions. The melting of glaciers and ice sheets contributes to rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities worldwide. The Arctic plays a crucial role in regulating global climate patterns. The ice and snow of the Arctic reflect sunlight back into space, helping to keep the Earth cool. As the Arctic warms and sea ice melts, less sunlight is reflected back into space, leading to further warming, not just in the Arctic, but across the globe. Protecting the Arctic is not just an environmental imperative, it is a moral obligation. We have a responsibility to future generations to preserve this unique and vital part of our planet. Imagine a future where the Arctic remains a frozen wonderland, where polar bears roam freely across vast expanses of sea ice, where the cries of seabirds fill the air, and where indigenous peoples continue to thrive in harmony with their environment. This is a future worth fighting for. Achieving this vision requires a fundamental shift in our relationship with the natural world. We must reduce our carbon footprint, transition to a low-carbon economy, and embrace sustainable practices in all aspects of our lives. We must listen to the voices of indigenous peoples who have been stewards of the Arctic for centuries. Their traditional knowledge and deep understanding of this environment are invaluable in guiding our conservation efforts. By working together, we can create a future where the Arctic thrives, not just for the sake of polar bears and other Arctic creatures, but for the health and well-being of our planet and all its inhabitants. Let us act now with urgency and determination to ensure that the Arctic remains a symbol of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of nature.